Hi everyone, this is Imamdullah Khan. I have completed my task 6 given by the Sparks Foundation as a data science and business analytics intern. In this task, we have to do prediction using decision tree algorithm. It has a problem statement which states that create a decision tree classifier and visualize it graphically. Now let's import the required libraries such as pandas for data frame creation and matplotlib for data visualization. After that, let's load the given dataset using pandas read CSV function and have a quick glance of it using pandas head function. And if we use the info function, we find that our dataset has total 150 rows and 6 columns. But we don't need the id column, so let's drop that column using drop function. And if we use the describe function, we can see that the sepal length mean value is 5.84 centimeter and sepal width is 3.054, petal length is 3.75, petal width is 1.19, and max of all these values are also mentioned in here. Maximum values of these parameters is also mentioned here. Now let's assign the values to variables x and y, where x is our independent variable and y will be our dependent variable. X contains the all columns except the last column, and y contains only the last column, that is species, which is mentioned here. After that, let's move further and encode the variable y, that is species. For that, we will be using label encoder from the scikit-learn's library. And after that, we can see that iris setosa has 0 and iris versicolor has 1 and iris virginica as 2 is encoded. So now let's split our dataset into training and testing data. For that, we will be using train test split function from scikit-learn.model selection. And after that, it's time to build the model. For that, we will be importing decision tree classifier from the scikit-learn's tree function, and we will be naming a variable clf which will be represented as a classifier, and we will fit our training data into it. Now our model is ready to do prediction, but also we do need to visualize our tree. For that, we will be importing tree from the scikit-learn, and naming function names will be given such as sample length, sepal weight, petal length and petal width, and class will be as setosa, versicolor and virginica. Now let's plot the graph, and here we can see that if petal length is less than 0.5, then it divides it into two sections, and if Gini is 0, then it will be class setosa. Otherwise, if Gini is 0.499 and petal length is less than or equal to 4.95, then it divides it into further two classes, which is versicolor and virginica. If petal length is less than 1.65, then versicolor, and further it moves that if Gini is 0.0, then it will be versicolor. Otherwise, it will be virginica, and further it will categorize it into other two categories if Gini is equal to 0 or not, and based on the samples and values it classifies it again. Same thing is happening in this row of the tree is also, and these last columns are known as leaves of the tree, and these are the four variables which we are required to predict from our decision tree classifier. Now it's time for some predictions making, so that we will use our test data for making predictions, and also let's compare it with our actual values, and we find that the actual and predicted values are equal. So our prediction is accuracy is almost 100%, and if we check the accuracy score also, it shows as 1, which means our prediction is 100%. So thank you for watching for my video. Feel free to evaluate my work. Thank you very much.